I haven't seen much of this Endpoint on Mirage. I would imagine it's a map that they've played an awful lot of, though, to be fair, in like the Prem and in some of their online games, the MDL and everything. So it'll be interesting to see whether they are indeed prepared for it.
I mean, you go up against teams in MDL like Jalapeno, and they jump over here against a team like Complexity. I guess your Mirage is truly to be tested, huh, Scriff?
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a difference between a Jalapeno and a Complexity. Or jalapeno for some people. I don't know. Some people, is that a thing people still say? I don't know.
I'm not sure. I think the spelling is like a bit funky on that one. That name has plagued the tier 2 European scene for a while.
They are a hot pepper, and a hot commodity is crucial as he's going to be into our sandwich. The smokes come over the top, the flashes as well. There's a simple wall of smokes, and Robin Surreal going to be able to get these USP shots in, spinning around, but Poison has 2. Even without an op, he's able to find heads and find the opening frags for his squad. That's the site in their control, but here comes Mighty Max and Thomas. Very quick, but Poison is not playing around. 4 kills right out of the gates.
Yeah, no effort at all for him, right? They were all very, very speedy. And certainly worrying, particularly because we're here on Mirage. A bit more of puggy energy to it, perhaps, and also... good fun for an AWPer, more so on the CT side, but all the same, if Poison is looking good, it doesn't really matter what map it is. It is a worrying sign for the opponents. We'll see with the force buy here coming through from Endpoint. We've actually got a UMP from Thomas. Scout and 3 Deagles, of course, the deadly combination that they always are, but Complexity just... sending a bit of pressure out towards middle, not really committing too much. It looks like they want to go for an ace, but interestingly enough, only the 1 AK here. A lot of MAC 10s and a UMP, which to me kind of makes me think that they're going for a heavy execute. Oh, clean one from Surreal coming in onto Obos. He goes for the wide swing, or don't let him get another rush. Got to be careful here. Smoke going to go down. Config, meanwhile, is striking from Connector. Poison with the late push. Do manage to save the day, but still some more damage coming in from Endpoint here. It's not quite over as yet. Into a 3-on-3. And remember, Thomas has got his UMP. It could be very deadly up against all these other SMGs. Will get traded back. But the bomb has yet to be planted.
This flank from Config, though. Poison doesn't have to force the issue. Config, you can't miss the first, but he will recover. Poison will swing for the rest. Complexities keep it somewhat clean. They lose the MAC 10s and UMPs. They hang on to the AK, so... I guess that's all that matters, but I almost feel like they just went a little too hard. Some nice shots from Endpoint, but a little too hard from Complexity. They broke the golden rule. They only kept 2 alive. They do get the AKs and utility out now, and any damage Endpoint get here are just free real estate. Anything they get, but they might get Blame F because he's being a little risky with the MAC 10, but it should be smooth sailings to 3.
Yeah, overall, it should be absolutely fine. Shaping up outside of B, and there's only 1 guy to defend it down. Indeed, Blame F does go down, only 1-for-1 for him, but I think that's the round, ultimately, with that kill. The bomb plant will be coming in, no utility or kits or weapons or anything. Endpoint do not stand a chance. However, they keep taking scalps here, so Poison seems to be pretty clean with it, but everybody else in the Complexity side is certainly feeling the burn early on, to be honest. Even 2 kills with the USPs. And the thing is as well, it's like not necessarily overwhelming an area. They're just winning the 1-taps. And again, Config getting tagged down to 25 HP and has to back away. Robin landing some shots. Only able to save a MAC 10, however. But yeah, going into the next round, Endpoint are looking well. They've not been walked over in these rounds. And it might be a kill here for Robin. Okay, gonna start charging through, jumps past Config. Oh, that's so awkward. That's so unlucky. But Complexity in with the 3rd.
Yeah, no, you're right. Endpoint are looking crisp. If there's one thing tier 2 teams have, is definitely the aim of tier 1 teams. What separates them a lot of the times is just their cohesion and unity across the map. And, well, sometimes aim and the shots they can hit. But, yeah, for the most part, that's kind of leveled out across the tiers. And here we go, Complexity, a quick A pop, the no respect, pop out A through the smoke, Surreal and CT. Is he gonna get flashed off for Rush to swing into this? The grenade is going to land a little bit on Rush with a bullet or so. As Robin is currently stuck behind these smokes, they're going to try to plant with just a Molly CT. Bit of an oversight, if you ask me, for Complexity. Although Surreal was very quiet about his presence until they tried to plant the bomb. They won't give him two. Poison gets all three towards CT. How was that even fair? He's swinging with an AK, and he just taps 3 players in CT. And that, you know what makes me really sad about that, Scriv? The rotates were good. They were there on time. They got the opening pick. They're like, okay, we'll trade you out, Surreal. We'll trade you, and we're all dead.
Yep. Poison one-man army right now. Very worrying stuff for anybody watching, let alone playing. The level that he is able to get to, and we talked about Dust 2, right? I've seen this guy drop 40 kills on Dust 2 before, so if he's playing like this, it's looking good for him. Gonna see a quick aggressive round coming in from Complexity. Up through middle, up through short. 2 players peeking short, though. Mighty Max and Thomas are able to get the better of Blame F. Thomas will linger around a little too long. And once again, Poison is in the frag for Complexity. But still, these pistol rounds have not been looking too bad. I like that they're being proactive. I like that they're being confident. Something that really would ruin them here on the Endpoint side is, yes, they are getting bested in these rounds, but if they start turtling, it's going to be even harder for them, right? They have to get in the face of Complexity, and we talked about Complexity getting a bit caught off and whatnot against Salamander yesterday, and this is the way to do it. This is the way to do it. Make them panic. Make them unsure of themselves.
They're about to be mollied out at default. The smoke at his feet. I move to Firebox, and he may be in a little bit of trouble as soon as Rush comes through. And there it is. Rush knows exactly where to put his crosshair, even doubles in through the smoke. It's Mighty Max. Just pondering, pushing his as Robin. They will peek from seats and just off the mark. Hope that's not a sign of what's to come, but it's still early. It's still early days. Complexity. Although they're flawless, they've had some close rounds. Their economy hasn't blown up too much, but it's kind of getting to the point where Endpoint need to start at least killing more of them and making these rounds a little more expensive.
This is possibly their chance to get it done. Full utility across the board. Mighty Max the only one with a kit. Despite Robin having $450 in the bank. Hate to see it. Nice early peek from Surreal, though. Love to see that. Works out for him. He is performing relatively well. Poison goes barreling through the smoke with bomb in hand. Will get taken down and kind of forces the rest of the team to move in. I don't think they were quite ready for that. His confidence certainly getting the better of him, but it's all good. Blame F on the lurk, takes out Crucial. Now they're very unsure here on the CT side whether the bomb is going to continue its way towards A or whether they have backed off using Blame F's positioning. I have a feeling Max might just have heard Blame F running through middle, though. Thomas starting to get aggressive, but like I say, so unsure where they're coming from. Flash is going to come through. This is a great angle to hold and a big frag to be finding. Mighty Max going to be peeking from stairs in just a second. Might be able to get the catch onto them. He does indeed. Blame F going to go down. Obo is position known, and Endpoint in with their first round. Not clean, but they get it done.
Yeah, well done from Thomas there. Able to just stay alive at default. He realizes my teammate's going to be here in time to hold my sight cross. I'm going to go ahead and deal with this Palace player, and then just kind of jiggle. Not over peak, not over fight. By time for Mighty Max to come stairs and help me out, and that's exactly how it works out. To a T, just as Thomas thought it. And now on Complexity, just the AKs. They're not even breaking out the op yet, which still tells me that they're going to want to play a little bit aggressive, a little quick, even though they're in a default. They're looking for the gunfight script.
Then looking to get this reset, or well, at least mental reset, not necessarily on the loss bonus, of course. Another smoke interconnector here. Robin playing in and around that. He's got a mate to help him out in the form of Crucial, but Complexity not forcing anything, playing very, very patient, as you said, in this default here, and still in it. So looking to maybe push in. Blame F and Obo going to group up. Oh, I don't know if they're even sure of what they're going for here. The bomb starting to push its way down middle, and okay, boost into window. Looks like they're ready for this. Crucial is on the other side of this smoke right here, and it's going to go down. However, Blame F is hidden in. Crucial, he might might be sold on the fact that there's no one there. He's going to turn away as the utility starts coming in, and Blame F's position is now absolutely huge. Robin, meanwhile, pushed up and aggressive, gets so much damage, doesn't quite find the frag. Surreal going to come in with 2. Blame F has taken down Crucial. Surreal's still alive, though, in at Tetris. Config's got to get the trade in. He will indeed just before the smoke blooms. However, Surreal's position is massive, and he manages to keep Endpoint in this for a little while longer. 2 versus 2. Little bit of utility. Thomas and Mighty Max, the dynamic duo, moving across from the B bomb site, trying to find the low HP Config and discovering where Blame F is at. They have no idea, I don't think. He was window, guys, but now he's moved completely. Time is of the essence as they start creeping in. Flash will come through. Quick headshot from Config, and he spots out Thomas as well. Thomas will take down 1, swings out straight into the crosshair of Blame F, however, and Complexity straight back in with that 6th round.
All right. They say, you know what, yeah, you can take a round and keep 2 alive, but then we're really going to answer back. And in what is a just bloody brawl all these rounds lately, very close, swinging back and forth haymakers. Endpointer's just like, all right, we'll bend the knee this round. We'll go ahead and just get some armor, get some deagles out. Complexity gonna build that bank that has been depleted. A couple players still rich, so this should be one of those buffer rounds. But Endpoint and deagles, somehow they managed to pull out some magic once in a while, but not when Config's peeking you like that, I guess. That's there's no magic involved then. It's just you're dying. Oh.
Ooh, okay. Mighty Max in with some nice ones on the Deeg. But yeah, this is looking troublesome, right? We knew that their T sides were pretty damn good here on the Complexity side of things. Saw that yesterday. But Config and Poison already hitting double-digit score lines. Endpoint have got to be fearful, right? They've got to be scared of this. Crucial, I think he was definitely trying to go for the short jump there. Doesn't quite land it. I mean, fair enough to him. I don't think I've ever attempted it in my life, so I'm not quite sure how difficult it is, but all the same. Ooh, nice flash coming in from Mighty Max, though. Getting proactive. Double spray down comes through from him. Low HP on Oboe as well. The Molly going to finish him off. Mighty Max in with a big round here. Someone's got to do something. And he's the man to do it. Absolutely massive, and the bomb dropped right at their feet as well. This is perfect.
Kind of the tale of the tape yesterday. Individual performances, individual plays, right? Getting a 3K down long, other multiple 3Ks from Surreal. It takes individual performances for Endpoint seemingly to pick up a couple rounds and get the ball rolling, so the trend continues. But losing this round now would be so painful, and they're giving Poison the fights. It gives time for Blame F to prod A site and his work his way underpass, and Endpoint are like, nah, there's no way this crazy guy keeps coming here. He's killed 2 of us. There is no way he keeps pushing after Blame F has killed the A player. Well, they're wrong, Scriff. We have hindsight. We can see this, and it would just leave Robin towards Cat. He's out of utility. Crucial's way too removed, and it seems like they're just going to get some perfect timing here.
Come down to Robin. Ooh, the step. He hears them. The rotate will come back through in just a second, but for now, Robin got to hold things down. He gets 1. Molly goes in. He's playing it quite safe. Oh, fake plant from Blame F, though, will bring it down to the 1 versus 1. An easy swing for him. Crucial on the AWP. Will take him down just in time. Timing works out for Endpoint in the end, and they will indeed manage to convert it, but it does come, I think, way too close, to be honest, after this, right? That's fair enough. What can you do about that? But I feel like just give them the bomb back if you need to and play the man advantage. But yeah, I suppose some difficult decisions to be made in the mid-round calls for Endpoint, really. They're definitely panicky and worried. It's like, if we give them the bomb back, even if we have a man advantage, can they work with that? You know, I think it's very difficult for them to make these decisions.
I think that's fair. I think that's completely fair in its entirety. And Complexity. All in. Not gonna lie. Kind of surprised we haven't seen the op, but there hasn't really been a need for it. They're getting either they're getting opening picks or they're not, but they're still somehow making these rounds very close. And Complexity just don't feel pressure to do so yet. Crucial, I believe this is the 2nd time we'll see him get his out in the field. 4 players from Endpoint towards A. Rarely do you see no cat player. Mighty Max just alone towards market. So we want to fight towards connector, and if you come A, we're all going to swing on you. So a gambly setup, but it's one that Complexity might not be expecting, considering they've been trying to get mid control for free.
Yeah, maybe a little too easy here, right? Is perhaps what they're thinking. Do kind of need to be aware of it. Blame F once again, lurking on the other side of things. Oh, timing going to be everything, as it seems to be in a lot of these rounds with Blame F involved. Poison will take down Mighty Max. Real goes for a swing. Flash comes in. Oh, a messy fight. Blame F down to the Glock, and the help is on the way. Robin, meanwhile, will melt down Rush. But the B-bomb site has fallen. But it's at the cost of 2 players for Complexity. It's definitely a doable retake here. The bomb has yet to be planted as well. It will eventually go down, but it's bought time for the rotation. Poison, meanwhile, just clapping heads, even while blind, is able to pick up 2. They are struggling against this man. He eats a nade, left on 9 HP, but they're so scared to battle against him. Crucial's like, mate, I want nothing to do with that at all. And the call to save comes in. Poison bails them out.
Wow. He does it time and time again, at least so far in this game. Scrib, he is not missing. 8 for Complexity on their T side. You guys told me, gave me a little deet, said their T side is what was been strong lately on Mirage. So they need every round they can get, I suppose, but there's got to come a time when Endpoint need to answer back. They tried switching things up there with 4 towards A, and it seemingly Complexity just got all the info in the world, found that solo B player, and we're able to just waltz right on in. So I wonder what the change is going to be from Endpoint. Buying around the saved weapons, of course. Maybe it's going to be to jump out middle this time, put a player towards Cat, get Crucial on the jump. He misses it, unfortunately, but I think that would have been it.
He's not having the best time with those jumps, I must admit. Yeah, this is what we need to see, though. Some more early utility. I'm really liking it. Now that they're starting to get a bit more of a read on what Complexity like doing, they're pulling out more and more early utility. However, they're not winning the gunfights. Blame F this time has joined the team. Poison close behind. Config, meanwhile, has pushed up window. Crucial has no idea. This is a flawless one from Complexity. Bait and switch all over the shop. There are players everywhere. And every single time the Endpoint guys have been looking the wrong way.
They're gonna hunt him down. No mercy. The molly now at his feet. Has to use his $300 smoke that he probably wanted to save. A good flash to him out. Another molly to his right. They've lost track of him. And Mighty Max have done the same about Rush. He'll finally fall. Plenty of damage dealt, but just still 3 players live on the side of Complexity. They get to 9. I'm surprised we haven't seen a pause from Endpoint to discuss, okay, guys, do we need to do a boost Cat, or do we need to fight more Cat? Can we give up window? You know, they come connector, but they always smoke from underpass, and they take control of connector pretty easily. I would like to see Endpoint actually put a little more pressure towards Catwalk. I feel like that's kind of the point of contention right now. We've seen Config a couple times run up there by himself and take duels with that solo connector player. Window is typically smoked, and the Catwalk player is kind of tiptoeing because either he's the solo B player or the support's just not there right away. So maybe the change is either Endpoint fighting mid heavily from Cat or just completely giving up middle and playing for the rotates. But on a map like Mirage where rotates take a while, and if your anchors are dying, it becomes a very hard map.
It certainly does. It certainly does. I mean, I like some of the rounds where they've gotten aggressive, where they have been a bit proactive, but unfortunately, it's very difficult. Saw the same yesterday with Salamander. Complexity are on a bit of another level. I think they just need a big round here on the Endpoint side to check that confidence a little bit. Not sure whether this will be it, though. 4 Deagles, DZ, armor dotted about, nades dotted about. Like the idea of the boost, but they are somewhat savvy to the fact. Blame F just spraying through the smoke here. Yeah, now going to go for the fully fledged fight. Mighty Max can't really find anything. Doesn't really want to go down for free there and lose that utility.
Config. Slowly up connector. Oppo finds the what? The player Balak and the player jump spawning. That was kind of weird. I don't know where that second player came from, but Oppo will take it. Config patiently waiting for Robin. Funny enough, Robin's doing the same. All in the meantime, Poison is planting that bomb. And these Deagles, the only thing they can hope for is scraps. Is Config going to give them this lone AK that they can take into the next? Now that he's half health, he does have support from Poison. Crucial's like, all right, yeah, no one came window room, no one came into the ladder. That's cool. I'll just chill. Surreal is now going to be looking for Config again, but Complexity on double digits in what's been a super quick-paced game.
Yeah, really, really fast for them. Some of the rounds have started off a little slow, but a lot of the time, Complexity are able to just run it down, walk into bomb sites, and I think Endpoint, maybe this is similar to Train, just one of the maps that they play. It's a bit unfortunate in the Veto, actually. They play alongside Dust 2 a fair amount of Vertigo, and it's a permaban for Complexity. So, and then they have to permaban Nuke. So, it's like a bit difficult to really deal, because then you're just giving Complexity a free map choice ultimately that, like I say, I think is just a map that Endpoint play to play. But it's Mirage, so they're definitely going to have a good idea of how to play it in a lot of different respects, a lot of different styles, but just individually is the thing. And this is worrying going into Dust 2, right? Because it is coming down to a lot of these gunfights, not necessarily the setups from Endpoint. Maybe would have liked to see a bit more of a presence in middle from them this game. They do seem very, very passive just kind of the whole time. But we'll see here. Robin has managed to open up. Flame F, though, has crept in. They have no idea. Thomas goes, what the hell, dude? How did he get there? He's killed me now as well. That's got to be a tilter. Mighty Max is focusing on middle. Config just with an easy 2k. All going to be down to Surreal. He will get one. Trigger discipline pays off. A second as well. Nice flick coming in. Credit where credit is due, but once again, they're everywhere. Where do you look? Where do you hold? You don't know. 11th round for Complexity that they were a man down and they managed to pull it back.
That seems to be the story that's repeating itself. Endpoint are able to get these opening frags, and then they seemingly just fall apart. Either Complexity member slips through the cracks, or they stop holding a certain angle that maybe they should have held a bit longer, and Complexity have taken advantage of that time and time again. Plus, you're kind of at the same time like, all right, I'm getting double peaked, now triple peaked, cool. They're just kind of all over the place. Complexity are so good at taking control and just running with it. Endpoint have yet to really have an answer, and we're not going to get one until round 15. This one should be a freebie. And I don't know. They're seemingly out of answers, and you know what? So am I. But I guess good thing this is a Complexity map choice and not Endpoints.
Yeah, yeah. But still, it's just... Oh, it's just us two. It's going to be scary. They're really going to need to bring their A game. It needs to be the other side of the spectrum to whatever you call this. Nice pickup from Surreal, however, with the off angle. Perhaps I spoke too soon. No one in at window this round, and Robin is in a different position to make sure that no one can sneak through the smoke as and when it comes. Complexity, though, really winding the clock down. I think that can be dangerous against these pistols. It does look like they want to go towards A. However, and Surreal's going to be the only one, at least for now. There is a little bit of help from Robin, of course, from window, but more pressure on B. Late smoke coming through, though. This is very nice indeed. Surreal has been spotted by Obo. There's a bit of a gap in it. Flash comes in. Obo going to take the fight, but he ain't going to win it. Poison will manage to take him down, however. Still a man advantage for Endpoint here, and so many tagged up HP bars as well. These Deagles could be absolutely devastating. Poison starting to creep in with the bomb. Going to go for the plant, but it's not safe. Config and Blame F are here to help him out. Blame F in with another, and suddenly Thomas is all alone.
On the plus side, at least they're taking a beating like Tony Ferguson. You know, they're taking it, looking good, still standing. You can tell their spirits are still high, otherwise they wouldn't be taking all these fights. They're swinging with their Deagles, they're willing to take fights. Surreal's still confident. So again, although they're getting beat, they're still standing and they're still taking these fights, which is good, because if they started like rotating early or not peeking mid anymore or being a little timid, I'd be worried. But I'm kind of still feeling it can happen. It comes down to the last ref round to get another round on the board. But of course, this is because Complexity on Mirage T side, where they kind of just own every part of the map, and it's so hard to get anything from them.
Yeah, pretty much, right? I think that sums it up. Owning every part of the map is kind of the perfect sentence to sum up this T side. Been so many rounds where Endpoint are like, okay, there's a guy here. How did he get there? He snuck in. Let's focus on him. And then they get shot in the back. It's like, oh, there's a guy Palace now when there was a guy short. Why are they not all together? What's going on? Because again, I think a lot of teams... I'll hold the point, actually. It's going to be a really fast push in towards middle. See what comes of this. Poison spots out the leg. Left on low HP, though. Doesn't want to take too much of a risk. They're going to throw a smoke in, a few Molotovs as well to keep Crucial at bay. Down goes Thomas. Meanwhile, over on B, so that's now an avenue of attack that they could go for. Obo on his own has just cleaned up B and said, guys, I know the plan was to take mid control and like work off of that and get A. And I know you've got A, but like I've just cleaned up B by myself. Oh, you're on A? Oh, okay, never mind. It's all good, man.
Yo, guys, I gotta oh, okay, everyone's
yeah, it's like, look at me, guys. It's like, yeah, whatever, dude. We're already out on A.
Unreal. Crucial dancing around. Obo will find him 13-2, and you know it's okay. It's all right. There's no ref to call the fight here, Scriv. We'll go to the other half, but I guess the ref is kind of the pistol round. It's a lot of times pistol round doesn't really matter. It's a free round. It doesn't have as much economy impact as it used to, but when in scorelines like this, it does come back into play. And Poison last pistol round kind of went off. And now on the CT side, he's going to be able to have that USP. But Endpoint need to come out swinging. There's no more reserved energy. If they want to put up a fighting chance here, it has to start right away from pistol. And it's a sprint. They can't stop. Well, it's a race, not a sprint, but you need to run as fast as a sprint. So I hope they don't get winded.
Indeed. Indeed. But here's where it begins. Like you say... Contact B, or maybe just a straight up rush B, perhaps. Mighty Max does have a smoke and 2 flashes. Yep, they're just going to keep on going into the B bomb site. Love to see it, to be fair. Their confidence is not knocked. We'll see what they can get done. Down goes Config. Very early pickup coming in. Obo at the back of the site will manage to pick up one. Got to deal with him quickly here, guys. He does get a second. Poison, meanwhile, with the quick rotation. Also a player in from short in the form of Blamef, rather. Going to make life difficult. 3 versus 2. There's a kit available as well. They do kind of have to get proactive. They know they should maybe push in, take some faces here or there. It's going to be very difficult if they don't. And Surreal, again, bringing the game to them. He is not phased at all. However, he's on his own. And Poison, 2 quick ones coming in from him. And I think with that pistol, the game might just follow. They do get the bomb plant there on the Endpoint side of things, but it's now an even steeper hill to climb.
Yeah, and it's kind of the catch-22. You're like, oh, perfect. Like, in a normal situation, you'd be like, awesome, we got the bomb down. We can save this round fully and get a nuts buy the next. That'll be just better than theirs. Well, sadly, with the rounds the way they are, you got to buy now. And they do get AK's armor, but no utility. A couple of Galils make an appearance. I think Mighty Max might have even dropped one, so he's being a team player. He drops in AK because he had 2700, gets a deagle in return. Nice guy. Nice guy, Mighty Max. And this buy is comparable to Complexities. Although, Poison has the op. He's waited till CT side of all things to pull it out. And it's a double headshot collat from Config. Poison gets one, and not like this, Scrib.
It's the worst way. It is the worst way to go out. Robin gonna get taken down. They read them perfectly. The heavy mid presence. Config wanted a bit more, and his greed will get the better of him. But a 1 versus 4 for Thomas. Oh, he certainly got it in him, but not today, unfortunately. Poison will take him down. 15th round hit. Complexity making absolute mincemeat of Endpoint. I believe you guys would call it ground beef, but all the same, the point still stands.
Well, Tech 9's Deagles. I believe, Scriv. Although maybe a little bit, it's still having hope is important as Complexity look to close out their map pick in what is a very fast-paced match. We're not even on 30 minutes yet, Scriv. This game, it's been about 24 minutes, 25 minutes. Very quick, through the smoke. Just top it off. Surreal's probably a little upset, as Obo will find him there. Now Crucial and Robin under window, looking to work together. Config in ladder room. And it seems like the story holds true. Complexity are just everywhere.
Pretty much, that's what it feels like, right? It feels like they're faster than us. It feels like they are literally everywhere because they have the confidence to split up so much. And Endpoint are just not able to deal. Thomas to keep them alive. 1 versus 5 once again with the scout. They're approaching him. Oh, gonna get the jumping shot to be fair to him, but that's all he will find. 16-2 to Complexity. An incredibly strong T-half that I think just knocked the wind completely out of the sails. Not just knocked it, but also completely destroying the sails of Endpoint. There was no chance, it appeared, that they would get back into that